vegetative propagation. Natural vegetative reproduction is mostly a process found in herbaceous and woody perennials and typically involves structural modifications of the stem, although any horizontal underground part of a plant can contribute to the vegetative reproduction of a plant. In a few species, leaves are involved in the vegetative reproduction, and in some reproductive parts can also be modified for this purpose.
Actually, this is a vegetative reproduction. In the potato, this is the main the eye buds, and these eye buds which help to propagate to new plants. Whenever cut from this part and it's develop of the new plants, this is also called bud formation. So this is also in the especially potato, it's most common. And
These
next
are
slide, let
specialized
list.
stem forms like tubers, bulbs, runners, etc., which help the plant to multiply under favorable conditions. Tuber. It is a modification of the underground stem tip. It is practically an above-ground rhizome. There are nodes on the swollen stem. The eyes develop on them. These eyes or buds develop into a new plant. If it is detached, it develops into a new plant independently. The best example is that of potato. Potato tuber has a lot of stored starch. Vegetative propagation by stem. Bulb. A bulb is an underground vertical shoot that has modified leaves that are used as food storage organs. A bulb generally does not bear leaves but contains food reserves to enable the plant to survive adverse conditions. The leaves may overlap and surround the center of the bulb, as in lilies, or may completely surround the inner regions of the bulb, as in onion. It contains stored starch. Garlic is a cluster of many bulbs forming a head. Each clove is a single bulb.
It is the example of the onion, that is the bulb which present in the center region. It's help to propagate to the new plant, and this is the influences of the onion which are present in a group cluster of the flower, that is called the flower of the onion, and these are also called the bulb. In the center, that is called axillary buds are present which help to propagate into the new plants. The next slide.
Runners. These are also called stolons. It is a cylinder, prostrate branch with long internodes creeping on the ground and rooting at the nodes. Runner breaks at places and each piece develops as an independent plant. The plants having stolon are called stoloniferous plants. For example, strawberry, silverweed, doob grass, and many grasses.
Actually, that runner is the example that is present in the grass and strawberry. What is runner? Runner have the long internode which present between the two nodes is called the runner, and these are very clearly you can see in this grass and certain other plants also, that is long internodes are present. It will also help in the producing the new plants. Strawberry is also an example of the runner. And next slide.
Rhizome. This type of stem is thick, fleshy, and usually grows horizontal onto ground. They have distinct nodes and internodes and axillary buds. New branches develop from these buds which later separate to form new individuals. For example, ginger, turmeric, lotus, cannas, and ferns.
This is a rhizome. The rhizome, the example of the rhizome in the ginger and turmeric. These are also the modified form of the stem. These are present in the lining structure on the in the ginger, that is called the scaly leaves are also present in the ginger as well as in the turmeric. So these are the vegetative buds are also present, that is also called axillary buds, which help to propagate into the new plant. This is the shoot structure, and this is the scaly leaves are present on the surface of the ginger as well as in case of turmeric. So these are the example of the rhizome. They are most common in the case of ginger, turmeric, lotus and fir, etc.
This is a condensed form of rhizome and consists of a stout, solid, fleshy underground stem growing in a vertical direction. Some horizontal lines are clearly visible in corm. These are nodes with large number of scale leaves. It bears one or more buds in the axil of the scale leaves. A terminal bud is always present in a corm, which gave rise to aerial branch under favorable conditions. Some of these buds produce daughter corms which grow into new plants. For example, saffron, kachalu, gladiolas, taro, etc.
This is the example of the corm, and corm is also the modification form of the stem, and these are present in the corm, and it is the most common. That is also called ol in Hindi, and suran, where these are the vertically, these are buds are present, and these are the perennial in nature and underground part, and these are modified into the stem. Here also that node and internodes are present. The most important features in the case of the stem, that presence of the node and internode, they are very clearly visible. And here this is the actually buds which are present, which help to propagation of the new plants. This is the old corm, and these are the corms having showing the node and internode. So this is the example of the corm which are present in the different types of the plant, which help in the vegetative propagation. And the next slide,
Offset.
like this one.
Like a runner, this originates in the axil of a leaf as a short, more or less thickened prostrate branch. The apex of each branch is curved upwards, having a tuft of leaves at the apex and a bundle of adventitious roots below. The branches break off from the parent to become an independent plant, for example, water lettuce and water hyacinth.
So these are the main the offset. This also that a modification of the offset, and these are present in the most commonly in case of the Eichhornia crassipus, and the common name is called water hyacinth, and the Hindi names is jalkumbi. These are mostly aquatic plant, and these are the free floating in the water, and these offset, these are help in the develop of the new plants. So this is the main the root, and this is the offset, and the leaves and the flower parts in case of the Eichhornia crassipa. This is the scientific name, and the common name is the water hyacinth and lettuce. These are the another plants, these are present, and it is also called a Bengal of the terror of Bengal. This is another name of this plant, and it is also generally asked in the 1 marks question in the CBSE board examination. Name of the plant which is also called terror of Bengal, that is water hyacinth. These